dun,
I know you always say to Linda, do we have anybody on here yet? What do I have to watch to see that?
I don't know. Somewhere on there, some eyeballs are going to pop up, and we are going to know. Is your chat screen open?
It was earlier.
Is this chat right here?
Right there. Okay. Chat.
There we go.
There you go.
There we go. So I don't know where the eyeballs pop up. But
I wonder where Tiffany is this morning.
hello.
Live for 30 seconds.
I've been live for 30 seconds. Oh, look at that. Hello, Colleen.
There you go.
Colleen.
I can hear you. Good morning. Okay, you're live.
Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday, and that means it is Tuesday live time. Woo, 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 woo. I think we're getting some messages. You can hear us and you can see us, and so that is awesome. We're going to just wait a minute for people to pop in. So I'll start with...
I need to quit talking. I already know I'm here.
Oh, yeah. I'll start by saying we have a guest camera woman today. So my son, London, is back to work, which is great, but we have lost him as our tech guy now. So I should say he's back to work full time, because obviously running the camera on Tuesday and those types of things doesn't really constitute a full-time job, but it was work. So we have Tiny T behind the camera today. We have our little step ladder for her so she can get up and see what she needs to see in the camera. And so let's get started. I have some exciting news. Well, it's exciting news for the future exciting news. We have a brand new product that is launching the 9th of September. You are absolutely going to love it. I will be doing a Win It Before You Can Buy It on Tuesday, September 7th, which happens to be Tiny T's birthday also. Woo! So mark your calendars. You don't want to miss out on the Win It Before You Can Buy It on September 7th. Brand new product, something you guys have been asking for. So those of you who asked for it will be really excited to see that come to life, which is always really, really fun. Okay, what have I got? My phone is beeping at me already. Shar Stanley, yay, it's Tuesday, which is now known as Tiff Day. I love it. It's Tiff Day. Hi from PA. Hi, Shar. So glad you're here with us today. Tammy Tebow, hello. I never get to attend the live. Glad to be here. Tammy, we're glad you're here today. Are you playing hooky from work? Just for this? I love that so much. Thank you. That's exciting. Okay, welcome everybody. Welcome to Tuesday Live. This is the day I look forward to all week long. Tons of fun. I get to answer your questions and I get to tell you about new and exciting stuff that's going on. So for those of you who just popped in, we do have a Wibby Sibby, a Win It Before You Can Buy It, coming up on September 7th. So mark your calendar for that. You have to be at the live or listening on your earbuds at your desk, whatever, in order to win and comment. Maybe you could get a friend to watch and comment in your name. I don't know, but you definitely want to get that on. Okay, I'm going to start with following up from last week. Last week, we were looking for the start date of the 12-week Get Organized Challenge, which is going to be Monday, September 13th. It's a little bit different than our GOC. The videos are recorded. I'll do a Facebook Live kind of question thing kickoff each week, so you can ask some questions, but definitely you'll be able to ask questions and reach out to the group for questions as well. But that is going to start on September 13th. So mark your calendars for that. If you are not already on the Creative Scrapbooker magazine email list or the Totally Tiffany email list, you definitely want to sign up for one or both of those lists, and that will give you all the updates that you need as we get closer to launch date for the 12-week Get Organized Challenge. I've been working on all the handouts and printables and links and stuff for that. It's been really fun. It's been great to kind of pare down each of the challenges that we do with the GOC, which is only 8 weeks, into a little bit more detailed and specific things. And so there's some new printables and new handouts. I'm asking people to create a notebook prior to that. So if you already have a Get Organized Challenge notebook, you're going to kind of spread out your sections. If you don't, it's something to plan for. Also, I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm going to. The first week, I don't know, I'm not supposed to say this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. We have a $10 Tuesday, which a lot of you participated in 2 weeks ago. So on $10 Tuesday, if you've never heard of that, for Tuesday only, there are a number of products that are just $10, and they're usually smoking deals. Well, next Tuesday, this is the 17th, right? Next Tuesday is a $10 Tuesday. I'm not going to tell you everything that's on the $10 Tuesday, but I am going to tell you one thing. One thing that's on the $10 Tuesday. It are the straight up paper junky paper storage boxes. Those are our 12 by 12 cardboard paper storage boxes. They're usually $18. On $10 Tuesday, they're of course only going to be $10. Why am I giving you this heads up on a weird thing a week in advance? Because if you're planning on participating in the Get Organized Challenge, the 12-week challenge, you definitely want to put that on your shopping list for next Tuesday, because those boxes, whether you use them permanently in your craft room or you're going to just use them when you're sorting and organizing, they're the perfect sorting and organizing solution. So in order to have them ready to go on the 13th, if you order them next Tuesday, they will be delivered to your home in time for that. And there's a great savings on those as well. So that's the only thing I'm telling you though. Now you have to wait till next Tuesday to get the rest of the $10 Tuesday stuff. Paula Good, I've just got to get me that apron. It might help me craft with perfection. Hi, Paula. Susan Todd, can't wait for the new organization challenge. My craft room is in desperate need. We are on it for you, Susan. So, okay. Next up from last week, product grids on the buddy bag. When are those going to be available? I talked to my girl Meg today. She's amazing. I should call her Amazing Meg. Amaze Meg. She is going to make that the number one thing. We have brand new designer at Crafter's Companion. It's going to be their job to do these, make them look nice and have them all linked up and all that stuff. So she's pushing the buddy bag grid to the top of the list. So hopefully sooner than later. I know I said that last week, but I got confirmation from her today that that is going to be a thing that she has a priority on. So it is coming. They are coming. We will work through all of them. There's one for paper handlers. There's one for fab files. There's one for scrap rack pages. We will work through all of those and make sure they're current and up to date. And it is on the radar as a priority. Paper cart clamps. So we talked about last week building your own top for your paper cart or for your craft cart, right? Going to the hardware store, getting the metal clamps and a piece of wood and making your own top if you couldn't, because you can't buy them right now. And someone suggested, I'm sorry, I didn't write down her name, using these, the Command damage-free hanging clamps. And they do not work on the craft cart because the bars are too skinny, but they do work on the paper cart because it has the squarish bars. So if you want to build your, and these just stick on. And the nice thing about the fact that they stick on is that they're Command things, so they actually peel off if for some reason you decided you didn't want them anymore. They are a little bit bigger and bulkier, and they are more expensive, definitely, than the metal clamp system, but they stuck on the bars really well. So thank you to whoever mentioned these last week. I ordered a set on Amazon. I put them on my thing and they do work. And now I'm going to use them in my closet to hold my stage lights. Oh, very nice. So double bonus for me on those. I didn't even know this existed. However, side note, my mother mentioned to me when I was talking to her about this morning, she travels back and forth between her home in San Diego and her place here in Wickenburg. And when she leaves Wickenburg, she turns off her AC, right? And anything that was attached with a Command strip, once it gets really hot in her house while she's gone, is on the floor when she gets home. So just a little heads up on that. If you are using them somewhere where it's really hot, the adhesive, but if they're in your craft room, you're probably not heating it, letting it heat up that much. But just so you know, why did I say that? Because I just said I'm going to hang these in the closet in here and hang my lights on them. And I do also turn off the AC in here. So maybe I'm not, I don't know. They're really cool though. They work great. If you use any of the Command products, it's a great product. I don't get any kickback on that, just so you know. Someone suggested, so I got it so I could try it out. Also asked, will the craft cart apron fit on the paper cart? And the answer is no. I tried it on every apron on the paper cart. It does not fit. The paper cart is deeper than the craft cart, so they do not fit on that. Next big question. The We Are Memory Keepers printer and accessories. Marianne Zamuda asked about that. Look, 1 for 6. I wrote the name down. Look at me go. The printer is 3.5 by 3 1/4. Comes with a charging cord. So I got all this information from my friends at We Are. And the only problem that I have storing in here is that their 12-inch guide is 18 inches long. And their magnetic mat is 16 inches long. So the only thing that I could recommend for storing all of those bits and pieces together is going to be something like the Lowest tote, where you just keep everything in that bag. Now, if you don't have all the big bits and pieces of the printer, you just have the smaller things, then you're actually going to be able to store most of it, like the printer, the 12-inch guide, the ribbon and washi guide, which is only 3 by 3 by 1 1/4, even the printer storage bag. All of that stuff is going to fit pretty easily into the Leanne bag, I believe. I just need to check one measurement, I think, because I thought I checked all this out. 4.5 by 5.5. 4.5. Maybe a tight squeeze. That's not Leanne, so let's not measure that as if it was Leanne, because it's not. But I believe they're the same size anyway. So here's our Leanne bag. She's a beefy girl. No, I'm going to say no. I'm going to take that back. I'm going to take it all back. I think you're going to have to go with the handy dandy Nancy tote or Lois tote to keep all your bits and pieces together for now. There were several items, though, that I was asked about that are bigger this over the last week or two. So definitely looking at creating some bigger supply organizers that would fit those 16.5 inch up to 18 inch items, which we don't have anything that works in that configuration right now. Okay, sorry. I wish I had a better answer for that. I thought I did, but I was wrong. All right. The Alex drawers from IKEA. Only one, there's several different Alex drawer configurations at IKEA. Only one of them could I find where they actually gave the drawer dimensions. So I went on the website, I was able to download and print one. It's this, I don't know, can you see it? It's this one, the tall skinny one. It's the only one
Too far.
That's the only one that I could get with the dimensions on it. And so this one, the beautiful thing about this particular one, and maybe the other ones, is that it is 18 inches across and 13 inches deep, right? Or did I say that backwards? Yeah, 18 inches deep and 13 inches wide, which means that you can take your buddy bags. So this is the Gale bag. So most of the buddy bags, the height on this is, the height on the drawers is, ranges between 3 1/8 to 5 1/8. So your taller buddy bags, like a Gale, you could literally line those up in that Alex drawer and use them as drawer dividers that are perfect for your supplies. So the taller ones in the 5 1/8 drawer, the shorter ones in the 3 1/8 drawer, things like the glitter glues, the Teresa bag, the Shelley bag, the Edna, the Merle, those are shorter. They're going to go into the shorter drawer if the measurements here are correct. Taller ones in the taller drawer. So you can literally take your buddy bags and use them as drawer dividers. And then if you're going to travel, pull them out of the drawer, close them up, and take them with you. So if you're using the Alex drawer system and buddy bags, please send us a picture. If you have the Alex drawer system and you have, I don't have it obviously, and you haven't put the buddy bags inside it and you're going to give it a try, send us a picture, let us know what works. And if you have the different drawers other than this one tall configuration, that's the only one I could find the drawer sizes on, and you want to share them with us, that would be awesome as well. Sorry, my phone is beeping like crazy. Let's see what.
Somebody has all the distress oxide inkers in the buddy bags in the office.
Oh, okay, good. Very nice. All right. So we're already getting some feedback in the post here about what fits in there. Carlotta Ewig, great customer service, had an issue with the Leanne bag strap pulling apart. Had a response quickly. Thank you. You're so welcome. Glad to hear that. Eileen Brown, any ideas for storing several Kristen bags if you have wire shelving? I don't have a good answer. Is the shelving really deep? You might need to go too deep. Or is the wire shelving difficult to pull your Kirsten bag off? Is it straight wire shelving like a thing from Costco called, what is it called? My Metro shelving? Or is it grid shelving like from Target where you have the 2-inch grids? Tell me a little more and I will try to give you a better answer. Allison Jacobs says, just received my fabric organizer. Love it. Awesome. So glad. Julie Hunt, I participated in the last Get Organized Challenge and got stuck on tools. So far, 3,500 stamps or die sets and more to go. Still have to do embossing folders and stencils. Catalog is Evernote. So Julie, I hope you jump in then on the 12-week challenge because we're going to break down those things even further. In the Get Organized Challenge, we do all those in 1 week. So hopefully it will be, you can pop in and join us for that. And it sounds like you have a lot of experience. So you might be able to share some tips and tricks with the gals doing the 12-week challenge as well. That'd be awesome. Kathy Pryor says, my craft cave is being Tiffanized after watching what you did with your sister's room. So thankful for you and your organizing brain. We had such a good time with my sister's room, and I'm so glad you brought that up because I also got an ask. Someone posted on one of the YouTube videos, did your sister get her tables yet? And she did not get them yet. She is hoping, she's going into Dallas on the 21st to take her grandson to the airport. And she was really hoping that they're back in stock and she can pick them up when she does that. And she promised me she would send a picture. Oh, we're going to get a little update. That's some juicy gossip. We'll see if she's keeping her room clean and organized. My mom's chuckling when she puts her new tables in. So we'll see how she's faring. I do know, though, because I did get some pictures that her and her grandson have spent a lot of time in there doing a variety of different things, drawing, painting. They've been painting Christmas ornaments and wood burning. They did some wood burning. So she's got all kinds of crafty stuff going on in there. So
and her mending basket is empty.
Her mending basket is empty. She's been able to get to her sewing machine. Woo woo. So she's all in, man. She's getting stuff done. Okay, let's see. Karen Hardy says the Stephanie bag works for the printer, guide, and ribbon, but there is a bit of extra space. Okay, so if the Stephanie bag works for the printer and the guide and the ribbon, then the Leanne bag will also. The Stephanie bag, I have an exciting announcement about that. Hang fire on that. The Stephanie bag has the 4 compartments, but it's basically the same size as Leanne. So the Leanne bag will work as well. All right. Let's see. Okay, so talked about the Alex store. On special items. Oh, it seems that the oh my goodness, I should scroll. I need to scroll. It seems that the items that we did on Craft House, for those of you who joined us on Craft House this weekend, some of them weren't on the Totally Tiffany website. And so Meg, my girl Meg Amazing, has had the team there re-put them on the on special page today, and they will be on special through the day today. So if you missed out on any of the great values that were on Craft House because you couldn't find them on the website, they are on the Totally Tiffany site on the on special page today, along with a couple of other really great things, which I just saw this morning. One of them is the Mini, which if you don't have one and you like dies, the Gemini Mini is super easy, really user-friendly, lightweight, and small. I use my Gemini Mini and my Diamond Press probably more than anything else because they're so handy. Well, there's a bundle in there that has the mini and the triangle traveler, the purple one, and a bunch of accessories. And I think the whole thing is like 50% off. So if you've been waiting to get a mini or waiting to get a triangle traveler, take a look at that bundle. You're going to get them both and you're going to save big on that. And that is all on the on special page on the website. What are you giggling about, Mom?
They love your earrings because they match your glasses.
My earrings and the matching bracelets that go with them, which also match my glasses then, those were a gift from the girls at Loyal J. It's L-O-I-L, like the letter L, the word oil, and the letter J. I'm hoping I'm remembering that correctly. Mom's nodding. These are, if you are into, I don't get any kickback from them either, but they're a couple of young women with their own business, and I love them. Why do I love them? I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with craft organizing. I'm gonna make it short. I love them because of the color, right? They sent them to me. I missed a class. They were part of our Sassy Crafters Club. They came and taught us how to make this kind of jewelry, but I was gone. So they made them for me because they know my favorite colors and left them with my mom. But these are, you can dip them in essential oils. So if you're into essential oils and you want to be able to smell those throughout the day or have the healing benefits of essential oils or any of that stuff, these earrings and the bracelets can be dipped or dotted with essential oil. And then you get them all day long. So the girls at Loyal J, thank you for the earrings and the bracelet. And the other thing that I totally love about them, they don't weigh a thing. I mean, they are literally, I don't even know they're there in my ears. All right, sorry, little tangent. Okay, I'm going back to my thing now. Go back to work. Okay. Beth Jean says, the Alex drawer of mine has quite a few Edna bags in it. So Edna bags are awesome for the Alex drawers. Eileen Brown says, Costco shelving, just don't know how to store them. You know, the problem with the Costco shelving is the number of shelves that are included with it, because you're going to have that extra gap unless you buy extra shelves and put them in. Can you buy extra shelves, Mom, or no? For the Metro shelving? She has some of that. Yeah, okay. So always I'm on that mission, like I am here, of getting that extra shelf in so that you don't have to stack things on top of each other. They're also deeper, right? So you're going to lose that space behind the Karen bag because she's a shorty. But, well, we're talking about, Kirsten. We're talking about Kirsten. Kirsten's not a shorty. I mean, she's a little bit short, right? There's Kirsten. Kirsten is Karen's big sister. But you could probably go too deep on the Kirsten and then put a big label in the one that says what's in the bag behind it as well. And that way you'd be able to pull them off and on the shelf and at least get to the bag or know what's in the bag behind it at the same time. So you can just put one label with both bags. And then if there's a way to bring that shelf down, and one of the other solutions for bringing that shelf down are those hanging shelves that are made by, I don't know who they are.
Any closet company.
Any closet company, probably Amazon, where they have the little hanger that'll slide onto the shelf and put a basket in right there. And then you'd be able to double up. What I try to stay away from is stacking things. So where you have to take the top thing off the bottom thing, right? And that allows you to sort of add that bin or another hanging shelf. Some of them are shelves, and some of them, the ones I used to have from IKEA were more like a little bin, but that would work as well. And then you've added that second layer without having to put in the whole other shelf. So I would go with double layering of them. And labeling, and then if you can get that shelf so that they're close together, so you're not wasting all that space, right? Like, yes.
When you use those on your shelf, on your wire shelf, be sure you put a piece of plastic or a thin board on the shelf above, because the little things will drop right through.
Oh, I'm saying when you hook those things into your shelf, unlike a solid shelf like this where they have something to brace against on top and bottom, the little things are going to poke through. So if you have one of those sheets of plastic that you can get to go on your Metro shelving, or a thin board or something like that, that'll prevent that from happening. Okay, hopefully that all makes sense. Oh, I skipped one thing. We're going to zoom in on this one thing. I have this, sorry, I was reading ahead. I had a couple of questions about this in the last couple of weeks, and we're talking about putting your drawers together. Now, I know the 8 drawer, that one has tiny tabs, is the hardest one to put together. But I just want to show you a little tip for putting any of our things together that have a tab like this. This is from the storage and supply case. Same with the fab files. If you slip it in at an angle, so you've got the bottom in first.
Move your finger. There you go.
You've got the bottom going in first, and then you push in that bottom first, and you can feel a little, when you push in the bottom, you can feel a little like bump. And then if you push in the top, you can hear that little snap of it going in. But it is significantly easier than trying to put it in just straight, right? If putting it in just straight is harder. So angle it back, put the bottom in first, and then let the top snap in, and it'll be easier to put any of the trays and such together. So that was one of the questions that came up from last week as well. Sorry, I skipped that on my list. Okay, Char Stanley, do you have to be a subscriber to participate in the 12-week GOC? No, you do not. You just get on their email list so that you get the updates. You don't even have to do that. You can just pop on in there. There'll be a landing page, which we will have the link up to everywhere. You can just bookmark the landing page and pop in there every week and get your assignments and do the work. Obviously, if you're getting the emails, then you get reminded of things, and there's other links. And
I'm very bad with this.
Woo! Here we are. Yeah.
I'm terribly sorry.
All right. First day on the camera, though, so we're just glad that you're here, Mom. Everybody's glad that you're here. We have a Zoom opportunity. Burke buns, are the fabric wraps ever coming back? I can't answer that. I will tell you that
There you go.
my mom's saying just don't move. I'll hold things out, bring them back. I'll be self-zooming in, out. Okay.
I'm afraid to let go of the camera. Tell me how to tighten the camera.
Twist the long thing. Take your hand off it and twist it though, remember?
Okay.
There we go. Okay, twist the long thing, twist the handle. Okay, fabric wraps. Are fabric wraps ever coming back? Don't know, but I will ask about them. We used a bunch of them to do my sister's room, and she loves them. When I did them, that was something that I did for HSN. As all of you know, I don't sew. So it was how does this work? My mom, though, was my guinea pig. I actually went to her house and said, how would this work? How could you do this? Would you use it? All those types of things. So I will ask about them and see if we can't get them, especially on the soft crafts program at Crafter's Companion. So what I would love, though, for those of you who have used the fabric wraps, is a little bit of feedback on them. Are they the right size? I obviously designed them to fit into the IKEA shelves, which is kind of my standard sizing because it's such a popular shape size of shelving to use. So do you like them? What do you like about them? What don't you like about them? Are they the right size? Any of that kind of input or information would be great to have. I do have a couple of questions about sewing coming up. Not about the fabric wraps, but now that I'm thinking about it, some things that might work well with the fabric wraps. Woo woo. I have some here. I might have to pull one out of the box. So let me know. Let me know what your thoughts are and what you want. Okay. What bag would you recommend for scraps? I'm assuming we're talking about scraps of paper, but I would definitely say the Scrap Master is the way to go for scrap paper. Either that, or if you're, and I have a Scrap Master right here, which I will talk about in a minute because it's going to relate to the fabric thing. Or the Collection Keeper pockets work great for that as well. The Scrap Master is bigger and allows some storage of paper as well, some 12 by 12 paper. So the Scrap Master is a great option for that. If you want to put them in a bag, I would say probably you probably want to wait until our release on the 9th of September, because what we have coming out on the 9th of September might be great for that. But also the Kirsten bag, which I probably shouldn't even be talking about because I know it's out of stock. No, it isn't. Is it out of stock? I don't think it is. I think the pockets might be out of stock. The Kirsten bag is 9 by 6, so she would hold a fair pretty good size scraps, and you could use the pockets to sort those scraps as well. But if you're working in 12 by 12 mostly, then I think the Scrap Master or the Collection Keeper are probably a better option because they're bigger for that. There's also something coming up in $10 Tuesday next week that might be a good bag for scraps. I'm just saying. Okay. Back in stock notifications. Karen is back in stock. Woo-woo. Now the Karen bag, which is this one, works with the 5x7 pockets and the 5x7 magnets to organize your dies and stamps all together. Little file box here. Also the right size for cards that you've made, card blanks, that type of thing. So Karen is back in stock. If you have not yet met Stephanie, Stephanie is also back in stock. So Stephanie is our ink pad bag, and she has 4 plastic boxes on the inside. So you can pull your inks out, get to what you need, but store them flat and have them visible as well. So now my one trick with the Stephanie, now Stephanie does come with, I'm going to show you. I just had her here. Where is she? Oh, I put Lois on top of her. Lois. Hey, that's not them. It's not in there. Stephanie comes with these little labels. There's none in my bags. I must have used them all. With these little blank sticker tabs. So the reason we include the blank white stickers is so that you can actually ink up that sticker and put it on your ink pad. Because the manufacturers try to do a good job representing the true color of the ink on their packaging. But as you know, it doesn't actually show up very well, right? You're not always, it's either too small or it's not 100% accurate. And so that is why we include the white sticker labels in the Stephanie bag. So Stephanie is back in stock, and she will hold 6 or 7 ink pads. So you're going to get 24 to 28, 6 or 7 per section. So you're going to get 24 to 28 ink pads in the Stephanie bag. So she's back. Karen is back. Leanne, Denise, and Shelly are also all back in stock. So Denise is our pen girl here. So she's perfect for Copic marker, Spectrum Noir, Colorista, anything that's that. I think those are 5.5 or 6 inch height. I think the, now, if you're unfamiliar with Denise, she does have the 3 individual boxes, which is why all the markers stay standing up as you just pull a few markers out of them. I'm just going to measure this and make sure I'm saying the right size here. Yes. So, yep. So Copics are a little bit shorter than Spectrum Noir, but they both fit in easily into the Denise bag. Again, you can use her standing up. And then if you've got double tip markers and your manufacturer is recommending that you store them on their side, you can either store her this way or this way, and now your markers are on their side. So easy access when you're using it. And that is Denise. So Denise is back. Oh, and Shelly also is back in stock. So Shelly is our washi tape girl. Oh my gosh, I haven't even gotten to this week's questions. So Shelly with Memento inks, Shelly with washi tape. Now, Shelly also holds your small square ink pads like the Stephanie Bernard, the Stampin' Up, the Tim Holtz, the small little one, like a 1x1 square. And I believe that you can get like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. And then there's room along the top if you want to do that as well. So I think you can get like 20 of the square small inks in the Shelly bag. I don't have one of those set up. I'll try and get that set up for next week. I keep dropping everything today. I'm going to write it down. Now the small inks, small square inks, also fit great in the 8-drawer storage and supply case, right? That's what that was designed for. You can get more in there. They're more visible and they're more accessible. And you didn't hear it from me, but that's part of $10 Tuesday next week. Zip. Okay, I didn't say that. All right. Patty Van Haren says, how many of these vinyl roll storage fit in a Lois tote? Lois. And I'm pretty sure it's 5. I think I just did this the other day. So I'm going to pull some off my shelf here. Now, one of the things about Lois and the vinyl roll organizers, which are also back in stock in that new configuration. So if you joined us for the show this weekend, you saw that. That's 2. I'm going to put an empty one in here so I can show you something else. I'm going to put it on the edge. 3, 4, and 5. Yeah, I think 5. Yes. So you can get 5 Lois totes. 5 vinyl roll organizers in your Lois tote. And, they were on special this weekend. And because the website was kind of goofed up, they're probably still on special today, the new vinyl roll organizers. They come with a pocket for scraps and the vinyl sleeves. 5 of them in your Lois tote. They also work to organize things within your Lois tote. So this is a whole project in a Scrap Master in that. And so I'm just keeping it organized and straight up and down in the Lois tote. And then if you're taking a bunch of buddy bags with you as well, and you want to keep those straight up and down in your Lois tote, the vinyl roll organizer, I'm trying to get a variety of things here. It's this one. It's a little different, right? The vinyl roll organizer in your Lois tote kind of creates that section or that segment so that you can actually have access to those things and keep them straight up and down if your tote isn't fully packed, right? So you're going to be able to organize a variety of different things just by using those vinyl roll organizers as dividers in your Lois tote.
Does the 12 by 12 paper pack fit in there?
12 by 12 fits in there, yes. So this is the Scrap Master, which is bigger than 12 by 12. This one is loaded up with everything for a project, including 12 by 12, a ton of 12 by 12 paper. And it just pops right in to one of those. Which takes me to my next question of what is the best way to store Scrap Masters? I've used them for organizing fabric scraps into themes and now not sure what to do with the Scrap Masters. That's from Emma Wilmot. And then followed up was a question, any recommendations on storing quilting projects in the album storage cases? They are part of my sewing library. Oh, so those 2 questions kind of go together. This is the album storage case that Kim Haley is asking about. This is the Scrap Master that Emma Wilmot is asking about. So storing, this one is full of paper crafting stuff. I don't have one loaded with quilting stuff, but my mother, also a quilter, same thing. She can put all her scraps and small bits in her Scrap Master and bigger pieces of fabric for the project in the box, or she can just store multiple Scrap Masters. Again, depending on how thick they are, you're going to get anywhere from 5 of them to, this one's pretty bulked out, so you probably get 3 if they're pretty bulky into your album storage box. Album storage boxes come in 2 sizes. This is the what's called the album storage box. It is, the SKU on it is AC-FF. If you're going to search a SKU, it is out of stock at the moment, but they're on order. They'll be back shortly. So, and then there is the extra large one, which is made for 3-ring albums. So this is strap hinge post-bound album. The extra large is longer. It's designed for the kind of standard 3-ring. So it's called XL-AC-FF, or the first parts of the SKU that you can search for. Both of them are in the Fab File range. Both of them out of stock at the moment. Both of them on order. We're expecting to get a huge, well, 2 huge shipments. They were actually due in on the 8th of August. And then because of the way the ports are and all that kind of thing, they're pushed back for delivery date now. But you're going to see a flood of, I know all of you have been waiting very patiently for Fab Files and pockets and all that stuff. And we've got a flood of product coming in for you. And of course, we will try to put as much of it as we can into the Craft House TV shows and into the Tuesday, $10 Tuesday, and all those kind of goodies so that we can get you some special deals to reward your patience. How about that? That's what I'm going to sell to Meg. Reward patience. Okay, let's see. Tanya Perrin says, I have the wide 6-drawer Alex, and they measure 23.5 wide by 16 and 3/4 deep, 2 1/4 and 2 1/2, 2 1/4 inches deep, and 2 1/2 deep. So any of those, well, the 2 1/2 is short. So if you're using buddy bags in those, but the length and the width are going to be totally fine. And then if you're using shorter buddy bags like the Teresa and the Shelly, and anything that's low in a buddy bag, it's going to fit in those drawers. But it's more going to be the height of the drawers than anything else, because the length and width of the drawers is easily going to accommodate buddy bags. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, everybody, for posting up, for checking your stuff and posting it up. I obviously don't have it, so it's really helpful that you guys are willing to also pull out your measuring tapes and share information. Patty Selena says, love your products, just recently ordered. Are your items manufactured and shipped from the UK? Thank you. Some items are manufactured in the UK. Most items are manufactured in China. Some items are shipped from the UK and some items are shipped from the US, which brings me to the next question I had, which is, I watched the Craft House on Saturday with the hang and hold. You mentioned you could, oh, no. Well, I'll answer that. There was a question about the hang and hold that, where is it? Okay, question about the hang and hold. I ordered it and it said 4 to 6 weeks. It would ship in 4 to 6 weeks. And she was just asking, why is that? And the reason that is because that is one of those things that was supposed to be in the port. And because of the way shipping is coming out of China, everything is pushed back and delayed, but it already has arrived in the UK. It's too big to ship out of the UK. So the US orders are shipping out of the US warehouse and the products just didn't arrive in the US warehouse yet. So it could be 4 to 6 weeks before is it 4 to 6 or 6 to 8, whatever it says on the website. Rest assured, the minute it arrives, those orders will ship out of the US warehouse, and it could be sooner than that. We really try to post up the worst case scenario, because then if you get it early, that's awesome. We did add more stock, however. I know if those of you in the US who wanted to order, and we sold out of the whole collection, the US warehouse is able to allocate more stock. And so this morning, when I talked to Meg, they were adding more stock. So if you were unable to order your hang and hold collection this weekend during Craft House, it's available now. I want to share another thing with you that my mother brought up when she got to my office this morning to help with the hang and hold. She said, you know what I'm going to do with mine? I was like, I don't know, Mom. What are you going to do? And she said, I'm going to buy one and put it on the back side of my desk. So her computer's here. And she said, I'm going to gather up all my cords and cables and put them into the hang and hold tool bucket. So she's got those, 6 little tool buckets, and each one runs that cord, and then she'll be able to run the cords to one power strip without having cords all over her desk, and she will know which thing is which because the individual cords are going into their own little sections there. So, and then coming out of their section, just feeding through. Can you hand me the tool bucket, the square one, Mom?
This one?
Yep. Thank you. So this is the tool bucket. So you can stuff your cords in there, cables in there, and then just feed it over the lip and down the side so it all stays nice and neat and tidy in there. So that was her brilliant idea that she shared with me this morning. So if you are wanting to organize the stuff that you don't even touch on the back side of your desk, a hang and hold bar might be the perfect solution for getting all of your cords and cables organized.
The lip needed to hook it on.
The what?
The lip needed to hook it on. It's 2.5 as
So the clamps on the hang and hold bar, there's a bar right there. Could you mind handing it to me? So the hang and hold bar itself is 24 inches long. The space that you need to clamp both things on is 12 inches. So you only need a 12-inch space, right? It could be something big like this, but it could be like a 12-inch shelf. And then the distance between the top and the bottom of the clamp, you can clamp this onto anything between 1/4 inch and 2 inches and have plenty of room to clamp it up. So just, there's a little reminder on here. This little white card says don't over tighten. So you need to put it on there so it's firmly on there so you can't pull it off, but you don't need to just screw it down really hard. So the hang and hold the bar, and then you can either buy the collection with all the different pieces in it, or you can pick and choose the pieces that you want. So some people want all tool bins or all cup holders because whatever they're going to store. Okay, so we did have this other idea this weekend. That if you were having,
this is for my desk.
if you were having some sort of event, whoops, I'm a little bit too short to reach across here. If you were having some sort of event where you had a variety of wines to offer, you could conceivably put 6 tool buckets across there. And could you do 6? Yep, you could do 6 tool buckets across there and have 6 different bottles of wine. You know who I should be marketing this to? I should be marketing it to the people who do wine tastings. And then
I'm for that.
Perfect.
Someone on here is drinking ginger wine while they're watching.
Oh, very nice. Where are you and what is ginger wine? All right. Okay. So the other hang and hold question was, Sue Rain said, I mentioned that you could take it apart, unload it and take it to a crop and attach the bar at the crop table, which you know when you're at a crop, you never have enough space. And you could then, so you'd be extending out your table, which would be great. And I said you could unload it and then when you get there, reload everything into it. And she's asking, can I travel with my stuff loaded in the pockets? And can you hand me the basic bin right there, Mom, with the big rolls of white tape in it? Sorry, this is a supply bin. I'm sorry. So this is a supply bin. You can do it with any of them. Some will be easier than others. So obviously, if you pull this supply bin off and it's loaded like this, you can obviously handle it and it'll sit down and it'll be fine just like that. Same thing with the tool tote. If you've got enough stuff in there to kind of hold it together. The basic bin, which is the long one, the long pocket that's going to hold your paper trimmers and that type of thing, there's no way to stabilize it, like to stand it up somewhere. So you may want to unload that. But is it possible to do it? Yes. The way I phrased it over the weekend sounded like you had to unload everything. You do not have to. Obviously, some things in the common sense world, you'll be like, this isn't going to work. I have to take the things out. But yes, you can. Yes, you can. Absolutely. Okay. Debbie Ring says, would you consider during the summer months doing a GOC during the summer months? Yes, I will put it on the list for next year, and we'll see if we can't work it into the schedule. I think that's a great idea. D. Schrock says, what would you recommend for storing in the We Are Memory Keeper circle template studio tools, such as the circle cutting tool that measures 16.5 by 6? I think I talked a little bit about this already. I've got nothing. We tried to see if it would fit in one of our big binders. So the 12 by 12 craft binder that comes with no 3-ring section in it. I believe that you can put it in there with the other pieces and zip it close. It's going to be tight. You're going to be pushing out the zipper on the end. I mean, it literally was 16.5 inches. But it would probably work. I'm not familiar with this tool. I'm going to look into it a little bit. It would probably work, and then it would be in a big zipper binder, and you could put the other pieces in there as well. Also, that might work for some of the other large things that people have been asking about. My biggest challenge is I don't actually own that product, so I'm not sure how sturdy it is or whether you have to be careful with it so it doesn't break or any of those kind of things. But I think the 12 by 12 binder, I'll try to get a post up about that. Might be a possibility for it. I'll look into the like what it is, like all the details on it. I just need to ask American Crafts to send me one. That sounds like fun. Okay, Valerie Wells Hudson said, I have the Totally Tiffany craft cart and the wheels broke almost immediately. They are not broken off, just the part inside the tube broke. I sent emails to ask if there was a fix for this, but didn't get an answer. I was hoping there was some sort of easy fix. I believe, in fact, that there is an easy fix. And what I want you to do, if you're watching, Valerie, is I want you to email customer service at totally-tiffany.com. And if there is a fix for it, Leanne will be your girl and she will get you all hooked up on that. So again, customer service at totally-tiffany.com. There are a couple of different customer service email addresses and numbers out there. This particular, the Totally Tiffany one goes directly to Leanne Kopetsky, and this is the kind of challenge that she embraces. She loves figuring out problems for people, so she will figure out what the problem is, why it happened, and how to solve it. That is what she lives for. So please email her directly, and she'll take care of that for you. Emma Wilmot, I answered Emma's question. Kim's question, I answered. Debbie Ring says, will your products be available at the Schaumburg Expo this week? Sadly, no. We aren't doing Totally Tiffany as a brand. We're not doing any of the shows this year. We just weren't ready to roll that out. So I know Be Creative will be most likely carrying some Totally Tiffany stuff, but I don't think they made it onto their program for this year either. But we're definitely considering shows for next year. But this year, sadly, we're not traveling anywhere. All right. Diane Johnson, when is the next Get Organized Challenge? 12-week challenge. We already talked about that too, I guess. Starts September 13th. Sue Rain's question, I jumped ahead and already answered that also. Okay, I'm trying to think here. What else? What am I missing? Let me look at my list here. Oh, what I forgot to say is if you want to get entered in this week's drawing during this event, which is going to end here in about 5 minutes, you have to make a comment, and that is how Colleen throws all the comment names into her random drawing, and she will pick someone. So if you haven't commented, make sure you make a comment. Maybe tell us what your favorite Totally Tiffany product is. Maybe you're new. Maybe this is the first time. Tell us how you found us. Tell us where you are. Tell us a funny joke. We don't care. Just something interesting to get your name in the comments so that you can, in fact, be part of the drawing. Okay, my phone is beeping like crazy again, so let me get back here and answer some questions. What is the best bag for distressed ink pads? Best bag for distressed ink pads is either going to be Edna or her twin sister, Merle. So the difference between, this one has dog stuff in it. The difference between Edna and Merle are the little flaps at the end. So my first recommendation is Edna because you don't need the flaps at the end. With distress ink pads, I have a little cheat sheet in mind so I know what color they are. So Edna would be my first choice. Merle, same size, will do the same job, but she has the ear flaps. Why do I prefer Edna? Because there's no need to have the ear flaps, so that's just 2 more pieces of Velcro you have to disconnect when you want to get to your ink pads. So either Edna or Merle are going to be great for distress ink pads. 18 or 19. I put 18. I can fit 18. I put 18 in mine because there's a little bit of finger room. If you put 19 in there, they're going to be packed in there super tight. So depending on what you're doing and how you're moving around the crafting world, you might want them packed in super tight. Otherwise, I would recommend 18 because they're easy to separate and it's also an even number, and I have a little bit of OCD and I like that. All right, let's see. Is the Denise bag good for Sharpie markers? Oh, Denise, are you good for Sharpie markers? I had Sharpie markers somewhere. I believe she is good for Sharpies. Mom, can you reach the Sharpie bin up? Probably not. Hang with me.
Up there?
Yeah.
No, I cannot reach that.
No, I can see it though.
I can see it.
Oh. Okay, here's one of the wonderful things about my craft room because I answer questions about all kinds of things. I have all kinds of things. So these are Sharpies. There's a bunch of kinds here. There's the fine point. There's the regular. Whew. The answer is yes, and a lot.
As we must be doing Teresa's room.
Oh yeah, we did Teresa's room. And my sister has a Sharpie marker addiction. Okay, so I put these tipped down in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can get about 60 Sharpie markers in one section of the Denise bag. Holy moly. I should have given that to my sister. She would love it, right? That's a lot of markers. So the answer, yes. Yes, you can. There you go. I love that. I love being able to do the answer right away. Look at the mess I'm creating. Oh, those aren't going to work. Okay, let's see. Which ones are best for chalk couture and magnolia chalk paste and inks? Chalk couture. Okay, where are you? I have my chalk couture tools. So this is a Leanne bag. I've just got all the tools in there and the couple of shocker. I have turquoise and pink. But I believe if you're just looking for storage for these, so Leanne for tools, and that's going to be too hard to unload. Let me get this one. I probably have an empty Edna right here. Oh, yeah. So that's Edna. So Edna or Merle is going to be great for those as well. I wonder if the 2-inch, no, it's probably not deep enough. Sorry. Yep. Chalk couture, paste and chalks, paste and inks. Edna. Edna's your girl. She's so versatile. So versatile. What about the new open boxes to hold larger items, sort of like foil holders, but bigger? You even mentioned them for under cabinet storage, like the bathroom. I forgot what they're called. Sorry. Vinyl roll organizers. Yeah, they work great for all kinds of things. So, so this is all the foil cool stuff. So I've got connected to something in here. Something sticky. Oh, something stuck together. So these are big sheets of foil. This is that's probably what was sticking everything together. The metal mat. I've got a 12 by 12 pocket in there with some other foil. I've got rolls of foil. I've got my foil quill. So okay. You know, if you've been watching, I'm doing these in all different sizes, right? Slide, stash, and store, it's called, because it is so versatile and so functional. These are the big paint tubes in the vinyl roll organizer as well. This is the kind of stuff that tips over on your shelf when you reach back to get it, or it ends up just being dumped into a bin, right? So these are going to work on a shelf or in a bin, again, as dividers. So this is just the VRO, the vinyl roll organizer set, which is available and on special on the website right now. But it is coming in a bunch of different, these are my little test models here. One of the joys of being part of the Tuesday group is that you get to see all the little things in process. So these are the smaller ones, different sizes, and oh, that's what's in there. Okay. So these are going to come in a variety of different sizes, again, so that you can get your small bottles, jars, all that kind of stuff organized and vertical and accessible, and then just be able to pull them off and on your shelf. But the current one, the VRO, works great for, well, I have 12 by 12 paper in there. I have the Scrap Master in there. I have the vinyl, obviously. It works for coloring supplies or coloring books. It works for drawing pads. Any of those kind of things are going to be a perfect fit in the VRO also. And again, it is called the Vinyl Roll Organizer. I should have named it something different had I only known how much I love them and how easy they are. And she mentioned about under your bathroom sink and under your kitchen sink. And this size fits for some things. Really great for bug spray and sunscreen, which we have a lot of in Arizona, under the bathroom sink. But it allows you to pull it out from under the sink, get what you need that's in the back, slide it back under the sink without reaching back and knocking everything over. So yes, Beth, the new open boxes, vinyl roll organizers, thanks for bringing that up. They work for tons of stuff. What is the distance between the two clamps on the hang and hold? And that is 12 inches between the two clamps. So you need something that's 12 inches wide, here to here, to hang that on. Nancy, hi Nancy. Nancy of the Nancy bag is with us today. Nancy Lorden. Now I'm thinking I might need an album storage file. I've used a fab file for storing small flat boxes and various bag types products for gifting, and it's stuffed full. The album case is fatter. The album case is fatter, and oh, I think this is the other size. It is. Looky there. So this is full of Christmas gift bags and accessories. This is the different size. You can see shorter and fatter, taller and thinner, longer. So these are the two different sizes, but they do work awesome for gift wrap storage, especially by type, right? So if you need a birthday bag, you don't need to see the baby bag or the congratulations bag or the Christmas bag. So organizing gift wrap in those works awesome. But when you said that, I thought, oh yeah, you probably could organize your gift bags on your gift wrap shelf in these as well. So, oh my gosh, so many uses. Okay. Sue Rain says, I used my craft and carry this weekend for my card kits and they worked perfectly. No hunting for pieces to put on the card. So, oh my gosh, I'm so glad. I love the craft and carry workstation. I'll tell you kind of a funny story about that. I was on the phone with someone at Crafter's Companion, and I was talking about the craft and carry workstation. And he said, oh, so-and-so, one of his co-workers had one on her desk. He goes, let me go get it so I know what you're talking about. And he went over there with his mic on and he said, hey, can I have your craft and carry workstation? And she says, absolutely not. And he goes, well, I don't mean have it. He goes, I just mean to use it. She goes, no, I'm using it. You can't have it. It's the best thing on my desk. And he goes, I mean, what I need is I just need to borrow it for a few minutes. And she was like, oh, well, yeah, you can do that. So it was very funny. She was very protective of her. But they just work well for what they do. Char Stanley says, awesome idea, Tiff's mom. I have a pet peeve about cords running everywhere. Yes, they're such a mess. Victoria Borowski says, I'm late, but loving the new bar system. Welcome, Victoria. Glad you're here. Hang on, I'm writing myself a note. Julie Sharp says, ginger wine is a fortified wine and spicy. It is an old drink and my measure is much larger. And my measure is much larger than the small measure. I'm in Southeast England, right by the sea, loving tonight's Tuesday. Love them all. Okay, so now we're on the mission. My mom and I are going to find some ginger wine because we both enjoy a ginger beer, but it's not spicy enough and it's too sweet. So hopefully some ginger wine might be the right thing. Matter of fact, I'm going to ask Lister about that. He's British.
And when we can travel again, we'll be right there.
We'll be there. We're coming, Julie. We're coming to you. Get the ginger wine ready to go. Mish W says, will there be a scrap rack starter set bundles on sale again this year? I don't know. Most likely there will be because we're waiting for pages to come back in stock. So when the pages come back in stock, we'll definitely do some bundles. In the meantime, I would also look on HSN because they did have a starter bundle on HSN. And as you know, HSN has smoking deals on stuff. So I would check the HSN website as well if you're in the US. If you're in the UK, then we will be doing bundles when everything's back in stock, I'm sure. D. Schrock says, wow, that's a lot of Sharpies. I know, I have to have everything. Well, you guys know, because watching Tuesday Live, just like the command thing, someone will say, how does this work? And I'm like, I don't know, I got to check that out. And then that's how I got Artesia markers. All of you guys said we love our Artesia markers. And I was like, okay, I got to check that out. What do those fit in? So now I have some of those as well. Okay, Caroline Hanley, love all of your products, Tiffany, and learn something new every time I watch one of your lives. Tuesdays aren't the same without you. And they are what makes Tuesdays for me too. Thank you for everything you do for us all day, in and day out. Sorry, that was hard for me to get out. You're welcome. I love Tuesdays. It's just a party for me, right? I just get to talk about the things that I love, and I get to learn a lot from you guys, which is always what, like the questions that you ask, what you need, what's frustrating, what's great. I get all that great feedback. It's awesome, especially since we're not doing shows, which is where I used to always get all that information. Ponce Alarcon Claudio. Ooh, I hope I got that right. Will the small teardrop memento inks, whoops, my screen shifted. Will the small teardrop memento inks fit in the 8-drawer bag, or would you recommend the 6-drawer bag? I think the 8. Let me look. Oh, my friend, life is good. Look at that. So this is the, oh, sorry. Yeah, the 8-drawer, that's what I said, the 8. So this is the 8, and there they are. So you can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you are going to get 40 in there. So if you're unfamiliar with the 8-drawer storage and supply case, there it is. And as I already leaked out, next Tuesday, that'll be a $10 item. Woo-woo. Okay, as long as they're in stock. I don't know. I guess if there's a big run on them, and right now it's planned for next Tuesday to be part of the $10 Tuesday deal. So mum's the word that you heard it from me, but it is on my list. Oh.
Can you get extra triangle traveler insert bags?
Right now you cannot get extra triangle traveler insert bags. Will the Triangle Traveler be on the next HSN craft date? Not the next one, but the next one. It's not going to be on the September show, but it will be, I believe it's scheduled for the October show. Not the next one, but the next one. Caroline Hanley, what is mom's favorite product?
Oh, buddy bags.
Buddy bags.
Although album storage boxes are everywhere. So.
Yeah, my mom has like shelves of album storage boxes as well, but lots of buddy bags. And she uses them, they're all over her house. They're everywhere. She hosts, she's a writer, which most of you already know, but she occasionally hosts writing groups at her house. And so she collects cool coasters, like the cardboard kind of coasters. So she even has a buddy bag, I think it's a Leanne, loaded up with all of her cool coasters that she's collected. So when she hosts a party, or she's saying she has 3. So yeah, so if she comes to your house, keep an eye on your coasters because they may go.
They give them to
That's right. That's right. She does get them as gifts. So she has a really cool collection of coasters. So when she has gatherings, parties at her house, they're always an interesting little thing, but they are, along with many other things in her room, in her house. They're all over her house.
My favorite though is putting my batteries in.
Oh yeah,
my batteries.
She stores her batteries in them. That's her favorite. Do you keep your batteries in the fridge or no?
I do. I was married to your father.
That's right. So she has a buddy bag in the refrigerator with her batteries in it because that is what my dad as an engineer said you need to do with batteries. So there they are. Nice, neat, and tidy. And if anything should leak, it's all contained in the bag. Kim Clayton says, wow, the VRO, I'm in love. Wowzers. It is. Okay, I feel bad when I say this is amazing because obviously I have bias. It's my thing. But I love these. I mean, they're everywhere in here. These are punch boards, right? Punch boards are hard to store. I've got the punch boards. I've got the instructions. This one has 2 punch boards in it because they're small, but these guys are bumpy, and the little pieces on some of them, not these particular, well, this one, these probably do. The pieces come out. And so if you drop that piece out and it rolls under the table or gets under your shelving unit, or heaven forbid you step on it, it could be gone forever. But I kept the packaging so I know how to use it, bonus, although I do have to say does a really good job with labeling and instructions on things. So, but I got all the bits and I got all the bits and pieces. I got all the bits and pieces in there for different, these are the stems. This is the flower punch board. I've got the wands in this one for the pinwheel punch board. So, and the beautiful thing about it is I can just pull it off the shelf and set it on my workspace and use it and put it back and then pop it back in there, right? It's not taking up a ton of space on my desktop to have it out and accessible. So I know it sounds silly, but I love them. Okay.
Why do we need a Gaffney?
Sure.
As a mature, sensible woman, I probably shouldn't admit how many coasters I already have from pubs, but I'll be right over.
She's got some. Okay, Colorado, Bird Nerd. Wow, quite new here. Just moved into my tiny home and trying to organize my crafting supplies. So excited to have found you. Colorado Bird Nerd, you are my girl or guy. I guess I don't know if you're a girl or a guy, but we have tons of things. My mantra is left to right, back to front, and top to bottom. Fill your whole space in a way that everything is visible and accessible. So you are in the right place for tiny home living, because my goal is to make every inch of your space function well. So welcome. We're glad you found us.
It's 10:50.
Sunita says, I want to thank you so much for telling us how to make the top of our carts. It worked beautifully for my 2 carts. I love it. Oh, I'm so glad. Put up a picture, Sunita. We would love to see that. Lee Whitford, my last comments. Can't seem to find the flippin' storage pages that fit the smaller storage binder rather than the scrap rack. Will you have them again? And I believe the answer is no, we will not, but I will ask. Flippin' storage, small. I'll ask and I will get back to you next week, if not sooner, on that. Okay, time for the winner. Drum roll, please. My mom doesn't know that she's a drum roller. She's normally London's job. Our winner is Pamela Keyser. Pamela Keyser, congratulations. You have won a gift certificate to the Totally Tiffany or Crafters Companion website. All you need to do to collect your prize is reach out to prizes@crafterscompanion.com and they will get you hooked up. Colleen will be waiting and watching for your email with all your pertinent information so we can get that connected with you. Woo! I think that's it. It's a little after 10, so we're a little over schedule, but not as far as we usually are. All right, everybody, definitely mark your calendars next week, $10 Tuesday. So you want to get all the scoop on that. Next week, they go up, I think, at midnight on the website, but I'll talk about what's $10 Tuesday next week during our Tuesday live event. And then we do have an HSN event coming up on Sunday the 13th. I didn't even talk about that. So HSN Craft Day, Sunday the 13th. I will be on in the midnight hour, which is 9 p.m. Pacific time. I think right now that's the only time that I'm scheduled. As you know, with HSN, all those schedules are subject to change. We will have the ditto bag and the die file on HSN on technically Sunday night for me, 9 o'clock Sunday night Pacific time in that hour for kicking off the 24-hour craft day. 12-week craft Get Organized Challenge starts on September 13th. Sign up on our email list or the email list on creativescrapbookermagazine.com. You do not have to buy anything to participate. You do not have to be a subscriber to the magazine. You just have to join us. Woo! Okay. Pamela Keyser, congratulations. Prizes at crafterscompanion.com. Thanks, everybody, for popping in today and joining me for Tuesday Live. I look forward to seeing you during the HSN 24-hour craft day and then again next Tuesday. Take care. Have a great week.